I wonder whether you will be able to share your own view on what seems to be happening with prices. 30,000 rupees per square foot in even in the NCR region, new project launches, Dr. Hiranandani, nobody believed that we could have such pricing. Is this sustainable, or are we completely in bubble territory?
Well, we can't imagine that ours is the fastest growing nation in the world at 7% GDP. We're going to touch 8.5 by before the end of the year. So that also is unbelievable. Number two, let's look at the kind of infrastructure we are developing. In Mumbai region alone, we have added 109 from 190 kilometers of Western Railway, Central Railway. We are adding 300 kilometers of metro in the next 2 years. We have a cross harbor bridge which is developed and a coastal road which is getting completed by next 2 months. Infrastructure development in the city is huge and humongous. So the buying in terms of interest and new development is unbelievable. My gut feel is in the next 1 year, at least the growth in terms of volume will continue to grow at the pace it has grown in the last 1 year. So 10 to 15%. But yes, there is a rider to all this, obviously. The rider is that the affordable segment is still being challenged, not only in Mumbai region, but all over the country. So 30,000 and plus are total numbers. If you look at it all over the country, it's not such a large number. But the number of people who are now being able to afford the 30,000 is unbelievable to me also. So you will not believe how many people are not buying only for speculative purpose, but they are buying for their own use. So that number is itself a surprise, not only to me, but probably the whole industry. The South Mumbai is an aberration. I mean, it's unbelievable. And that 1 lakh of rupees, 1 lakh 20, 1 lakh 50,000, I think is a limited number. And probably if too many apartments come into that segment, there could be a challenge in that area. But having said that, my reading is that in the next 1 year, you're going to see a growth of another 10 to 15% growth and another 5 to 7% increase in prices across the board, but not in all areas. So my view is very bullish. Look at what Niti Aayog has told relating to housing in the next couple of years. We are now 7% of GDP of 3 trillion, 3.5 trillion now. We are going to be 20% or so when we reach 5 trillion in terms of housing. So I think the growth in housing is huge and humongous. Look at the center of Mumbai, the Dharavi redevelopment area by Adani is taking place. The government of Maharashtra is now going to come up with another scheme by which they will take up 4 or 5 huge pockets for the purposes of redevelopment of slums. The next policy which I'm anticipating is the rental policy changes that are likely to come. That should give another boost to residential real estate in various segments that will take place. So I am pretty bullish as a whole. But what you are saying, we have to worry about, and that is correct, that there will be segments of overproduction in a sector which cannot absorb. It happened in the NCR, as you are aware, and you have quoted that more than once. Those problems will exist if you produce too much at one point of time, where the finished goods come together, and that creates a lot of problems. So yes, I'm very bullish, but obviously with some riders in certain areas where you will see a correction.